It's been 30 years since the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act, a civil rights law that prohibits discrimination based on disability. It's been 21 since a landmark Supreme Court case, Olmstead versus LC, held that unnecessary segregation of people with disabilities violates that act. Reporter Maddie Beer-Temple is live in studio to tell us more about the settlement that was reached just this week. So Maddie, what does this settlement mean for those with disabilities?
That's right, Becky. As you said, this week in North Dakota, a settlement reached with the Justice Department resolves complaints that the state was not compliant with the ADA and expands services for those with disabilities. Organizations in the state that help people with disabilities tell me this week's news is a major victory. Those who advocate for people with disabilities in North Dakota say they were thrilled to learn of the Olmstead Agreement.
This is a huge day.
It's going to open up a whole new window for people with disabilities.
This settlement has the potential to provide much more of a, I think even a humane approach to helping people with these physical disabilities live where they'd like and where they're best suited to be.
A 2015 investigation into complaints that people were unnecessarily being put into nursing homes resulted in Monday's decision, a settlement agreement between the DOJ and state of North Dakota. The agreement aims to give people in nursing facilities or at risk of going into one greater choice in where they want to live, something that some felt didn't exist before now.
And there wasn't consistency across the state, and that's really where the investigation started from. And oftentimes, there just wasn't education and awareness that there's a lot of things that could be taken care of at home. There was a general feeling that you needed to go to some type of congregate housing setting.
Jones says the agreement has three main components focused on education, transition for those currently in a facility who want to go to a home or community-based setting, and diversion for those coming out of the hospital.
Expands and raises awareness about community-based care options available to adults with physical and developmental disabilities.
Vicki Peterson is a family consultant for the group Family Voices of ND, which helps families with children with disabilities. She says as a parent of a son with autism, the agreement is a relief because without her care, she says he might be put in a nursing facility.
I just don't feel like on a personal level as a parent that would be the right place for him.
Royce Schultz is the executive director at Bismarck's Dakota Center for Independent Living, which serves about 220 people with disabilities in the area. He says the agreement will improve countless lives.
He said this is going to make a huge difference in a lot of people's lives. They're going to be a lot happier living in the community than they are a facility.
Some of the services the state will provide as part of the expansion include finding accessible housing and home health aides to help with daily activities. Reporting in Bismarck. There are more than 2,500 people with disabilities across the state that could benefit from these expanded services when they begin in 2021.